Hey everybody, Bama Coolie here, and today, right behind me, I have the king of all trucks, Ford F-150 Raptor R. Personally, my dream truck, so we're going to dive into it and see why this dinosaur survived the extinction. Okay, first thing you notice, and what's different than a standard Raptor, is Ford and the grille here is all gloss black, which I think is a great look. My Raptor is the dark gray color, so you got black here in the fenders. You got the orange tow hooks, which is a good look. But to me, it's the gloss black. Of course, you got the orange R right here that separates this out. Coming over here to the headlights, of course, it's the same headlamps, the high definition LEDs that will adjust as you turn. And of course, you got Raptor written down here. You still have the 4 set fog lights that you can use. So that's pretty much all the same. But of course, over here on the hood, you have all the 8s. And you have a massive dome up here, which is about 1 inch higher than the standard Raptor. Also, you got Supercharged V8 right here. And we'll show you that as I took some more B-roll footage. Coming to the side, of course, you have body painted handles, body painted mirrors. Got the steps here that says Raptor. Here you see more of the A's going down as it connects. But the big thing here is this is standard 37 inches. Mine's got 35s. I didn't think it would make that much of a difference, but sitting in this, I feel like I'm sitting up a lot higher. Of course, with these 37s, VF Rich KO2s, you got the black beadlock capable wheels. And underneath here on the front and the back, you do have the Fox Live Shock system, which will adjust on its own, as well as you being able to adjust it going into drive modes between Baja Sport, Rock Crawl, and everything like that. Of course, here you got your functional heat extractor. But the one thing that this does provide with the 37s and the way this is suspended up, 13.1 inches of ground clearance, which is best in class. I mean, it blows everything else away. So you don't have to worry about scraping the bottom. And if you do scrape the bottom, more than likely, probably going some places where you don't need to go in a Ford Raptor. Of course, coming over here more to the back, you see you got Raptor with an R here. For the 24, this is completely changing. You're going to have Raptor, and then underneath you're going to have a massive R. So that's going to be different. But here you see these wheel wells here are black, which is a good touch to go along with the black up front. Underneath here you do see Fox live valve. And mine it's orange. On these they're black, so they don't stick out quite as much, but you can see them labeled Fox. And let me just go ahead and say, this is where the Raptor separates itself from the TRX in my opinion. The Bilstein shocks are really good. They're really good off-roading, but when they're on the street, they can be a little stiff. These things soak up everything on the road. I swear to God, you feel like you're riding in a Cadillac when you're on the road in a F-150 Raptor. Now, for 24, it's going to a dual live shock system. So it's going to have 2 reservoirs. So that's going to be interesting to see how that drives. And I'm definitely hoping to get my hands on one, purchase one, and make it part of this channel. Coming in the back, of course, you got your camera, and this thing does have the full 360-degree camera system, even though I didn't point it out on the mirrors or anything, because more than likely you already know this. Of course, you got the Ford placard here, Raptor with the R right here. You got your tow hooks, and you got 2 massive exhaust tips. These things are big, and to be honest with you though, they're really not much bigger than the ones that come on the EcoBoost V6 Raptor, but they sound absolutely amazing. Of course, it's got the power tailgate. It does come. So you got your roller system here. You got your step you can pull out here. You got your LED lights in the bed. Here's your key fob. Of course, you got your lock, unlock, auto start, or remote start, and then your auto tailgate. On the back, it's got a sticker on it, but it just says Raptor. It should be Raptor R. We're gonna do it this way. They do put orange accents on the rest of this that I'll show you, but this is what everybody likes right here. Now that sound is something you don't get on the EcoBoost Raptor, and it sounds amazing. Gotta love the V8s. Coming in the back, this is typical F-150. You got a ton of room. This seat is pushed all the way back. I'm 5'11", and I still got a couple inches before my knees hit. You can definitely tell these are the Recaro seats. They're stiffer, they got more bolstering. These are heated back here, and of course you got your chargers and everything. For the most part, it looks like standard, you know, it's F-150 size. You got your heated seats. So, but it's these Recaros. They definitely feel different, and yeah, I really kind of like them. I think they feel just as comfortable as the regular ones. This is also some of the differences that you get with the Raptor R. This is blacked out, which looks really cool. Of course, you get the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which is you still get with the regular Raptor. The carbon fiber weave here is changed. It's a different pattern. And of course, on the soft material right here, you get the orange stitching, and you'll see more of this when we get up front. All right, everybody, coming to the front, you still see the same black right here and the same carbon fiber pattern. So other than that, and this orange stitching here, it's really the same as a normal Raptor as far as your controls and everything go. Of course, you got your Ford Performance here. You do have your electric seat adjustments. They should have made these performance metal pedals, in my opinion, and you probably could have done a Raptor R here in the floor mats as well to make it distinguish. Of course, this is black, or a blackish chrome, which is different. And of course, you still have the American flag here. And there you see the carbon fiber. I do like this carbon fiber better than the carbon fiber in the standard Raptor from 22. All right, here we go. Here are the Recaros. And of course, it does have Raptor R right there. You got your speakers in the headrest right there. And I sat in these, and you can definitely tell the bolstering is a lot firmer, but they still are really comfortable. All right, everybody, sitting inside. Of course, the steering wheel is basically the same. They could have R'd that out as well. And I'd like to see them put more carbon fiber on the steering wheel like they have in some of their other vehicles. But of course, you can adjust your steering, you can adjust your shocks, adjust your exhaust all the way from normal, comfort, baja. And of course, coming over here, you got your R mode for your standard settings, cruise control, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control. Of course, you got your huge paddle shifters, your windshield wiper stock and blinker stock right there. This is an electric adjustable steering wheel. And of course, down here, you got, you know, your tailgate, your lights. You also have a pedal adjustment for your gas and brake pedal. Coming over here, of course, you got your drive mode select right there. Also with your locking rear differential, if you push it in. You got your Pro trailer. You got your brake adjustments there. Coming over here, I mean, this is pretty much standard. Heated steering wheel, heated and cooled seats, your 12 volts. You got your charging pad. You got your massive infotainment center. Over here, there you see more of the carbon fiber in the secondary glove box right there. And of course, this has more of a black chrome look going across it than the other Raptors. And a big thing right here is, of course, you have this is got some suede here, so it's softer, so it is different. And of course, you got your Raptor R right there. And on the steering wheel, you have your racing stripe, but you also have the orange stitching going around here. All right, everybody, let's crank it up. That V8 sounds amazing. I don't care what anybody says. I know the TRX sounds good as well, and it has more of a supercharger whine than this does, but I still think this sounds awesome. All right, let's go over some of these drive modes. So you got normal, sport, tow and haul, slippery. Now we get to our four-wheel drives, off-road, baja, which is really fun, rock crawl. So those are all the drive modes you can put it in. And one thing too that's really helpful when you go into four-wheel drive is, and I did this at the Raptor assault course, going up a 30-something degree banking where you can't see anything but sky. And when you go into four-wheel drive, of course you see where your tires are, and you got the camera there in front of you to let you know what's coming up. Okay, some more creature comforts here. Well, not really creature comforts, but more comforts. Of course, you got the camera system, which is really good on the Ford. Full 360 degrees. It's actually really good. Of course, you got your parking assist, and you got your traction control, and then you got your basically your cruise control for off-roading, where you can set it between 1 and 10 miles an hour and half-mile increments. You also have one pedal driving, where basically you're giving it the gas and they're controlling the brake, and that's pretty good as well. So from an off-road standpoint, this thing is ready to go. Here you have your USBs, your wireless charger, and then this comes around with that nice carbon fiber pattern. Looks really good. Up here you do have your 6 auxiliary switches. This first one actually controls the second set of fog lights up there that are covered. And the rest of these you can configure to whatever you want. And of course, you do have the full panoramic moonroof. All right, everybody, here she is, what everybody wants to see. The Predator engine, 5.2 liter supercharged V8, cranking out 700 horsepower and 640 pound-feet of torque. This engine is tuned down from 760 horsepower to 700 horsepower for the truck versus what the Shelby GT500 Mustang has. This engine adds about 100 pounds to the weight versus the V6 version, which isn't a lot, but Ford did have to reinforce some of the bracing, even though the suspension is mostly the same from an engineering standpoint. Also, they had to reinforce the ductwork because this thing sucks in so much air that the standard EcoBoost Raptor ductwork was starting to distort under a heavy throttle. So Ford went in and reinforced that. Of course, here you got the massive air scoop right here. You got a massive air filter box, which is bigger than what's in a standard Raptor. And then you got this massive piping in here feeding this engine. 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds and a quarter mile in 12 flat at 112 miles an hour. It will only go 114 at top speed due to the governor that Ford puts on this. However, get this tuned and that will go away and we'll see what she can do. Also, speaking of the air intake here, I've already seen people online on YouTube putting in S&B, did a video where they put in cold air intake here. I'm sure AFE's got one coming. So people are already modding these up, putting in better air intakes to make sure that this 5.2 liter Predator gets enough air and gets enough cool air to maintain that power. There you have it, everybody. The F-150 Raptor R. It's big, it's powerful, it's fast, go through any terrain, and it's survived the super truck V8 / dinosaur wars. After 24, this is the only thing that's going to have a supercharged V8 and 700 horsepower or more that you can get. It outlasted the TRX. All right, everybody, special shout out to Town and Country here in Bessemer and TC Customs. They gave me some time with this truck today and I greatly appreciate it. It's my dream truck. And check them out if you're interested in this truck or any other Ford. Have a good one, and remember, get yourself in a truck like this in the sand dunes of Baja or somewhere in Mexico. Go ahead, give it the business. Have a good time with it, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.